have probably different issues, different concerns. And also something interesting is that these voters, and some of them are sitting with me here, could have Indian passport or even any other Pakistani, Bangladeshi, because all they need to be is someone belonging to the Commonwealth, and they have the right to vote in UK elections. Very, very interesting and very, very difficult for the political parties now that we have so many. Here, so बताएं, who are Indian passport holders?
Well, I'm an Indian passport holder.
Yeah, I also hold Indian passport. Yeah.
I hold a British passport. My parents are from India.
Okay, so you have you come from the Indian origin, and and you guys can vote.
Yes, we can. We all.
That's what I meant. So, first of all, कैसा लगता है? You can vote in India and you can vote here. How does it feel to you?
I think it's fantastic power that is given to students over here, that you can actually contribute to the political decision-making community over here, and I think students should make use of it. It's very important that we make the right choice, which can help us contribute to this economy. So it's a very good opportunity over here.
Okay, what are your issues? And when you look at the manifestos, do you think they're reflected?
Well, I think being a foreign nationals, I think visa and the working conditions and the working opportunities we international people get in UK is definitely on the top of our priorities. And I would say visa is definitely one of the top one, and because of the current economic and immigration situation in UK, conditions are and the rules and regulations are changing every year. So it makes it quite uncertain for us what's coming in the next couple of years for us as international people. So visa is one of the biggest issues. I come to UK as a student, and luckily at that time we used to have a post-study visa, so I had the opportunity I got the opportunity to work after I completed my studies, and since then I've been able to extend my visa and able to work continuously without any problems.
Tell me.
Well, I'm not, and I don't have an Indian passport, but I completely support the Indian community because I am still Indian. No matter whether I have a British passport or not, I'm still Indian at heart.
Do you see your concerns being reflected in the various manifestos of political party? या कौन सी ऐसी political party है जो आपको लगता है आपके मुद्दे आगे बढ़ा रही है?
Well, I think everybody's trying hard. Like I would say each party is doing their job and they're trying to contribute to the economy. Some parties try to hit a particular segment of the society without thinking they don't give the facts correctly. Well, I don't want to give names over here and say that this particular, but there is Labours actually do help the section of the society, and they do actually give a wholesome picture of the truth, and don't just give certain facts which can bias the vote bank, as they say.
The thing, I wouldn't say that Conservative had to make some tough decisions. I agree with that. But again, international community did suffer in the last 10 years. And because when I first came to UK, Labour was in the government, and I was benefited from all the policies Labour had at the time. So I think, Labour is definitely doing better for the international community, and they have quite diverse community representatives in their party as well. So,
have you read the manifesto?
Yes, we did. And again, I said, as a foreign national, we do look at the points which are directly impacting.
Which are those points? I want to know. I'm very interested.
Labour is helping out to be more lenient about the visas and opening doors for the foreign nationals. In a calculated way, but it's still better than what Conservatives have to offer. Again, from the educational point of view, I think Labour has better policies for international students as compared to other parties.
एक बात और बताएं कि zero-hour contracts खत्म करने की बात करिए. Do you think that will help the students?
Well, I think Labour is definitely against the zero-hour contract. In fact, they are also supporting to increase the minimum wage. And being a student coming from a different country, it definitely helps to start on higher wage, because as a student you've taken loans and you are quite dependent on your family and the support from back home. So if you're on a higher wage, you can support yourself. You would have less pressure on your parents. So this is.
But low tax and no tax for Tories then?
Well, first of all, I think zero-hour contracts are inhuman. Nobody should have that in the first place, irrespective of the political party. It's just wrong. It's like going back in primeval times in which slavery was there. It's just exactly like that, the zero-hour contract. Coming back to taxes, taxes should be fair system, I think. It's not like the lower bracket has to be taxed. I believe a system in which everybody is fairly taxed. And that's what it is. So I'm not complaining about higher tax. I would love to pay more tax if I see the benefits coming back. Just fantastic.
Benefits are the most important, to see what's going to come out of it. Yes, taxes are important because at the end of it, it's for helping the whole community. It's not just one person. So we need to stop blaming things on immigrants. You know, a lot of times you say immigrants and it comes up as a negative word. Why is that? You know, you go to a different country and you're an immigrant as well there. So do you want to be shown as the same person there?
I actually want to ask this question. So what's the difference between immigrant and an expat? Because we could call ourselves expats over here. So aren't we expats over here then? We are doing a highly skilled job. But, yeah.
Exactly. So so आपके issues क्या हैं? Just one, because in this election you have healthcare and education, immigration. So in what level? I mean, what will decide your vote? What is your number one issue?
Well, my number one issue is a stable government, which is helping the economy as such. Because if the economy grows, the jobs are open up, everything, the system falls back in place. So any government which takes a wholesome decision and is helping the economy grow, my vote goes to that system, and I see Labour do that.
Oh, actually, Tory did that, I thought, in these last 5 years, no?
They did a good job, but yeah, I think, but the business house, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, you're right, actually. They did a good job over that.
Well, I agree with what my friend has just mentioned, because economic stability is definitely on the top of the priority, because it does not only impact the people in Britain, but also people coming from outside the country, because that is one of the main drives, the opportunities that UK has to offer. Since I've been living here for quite some time now, so I know the local issues like NHS is again one of the biggest problem that local community has been facing. So I would really like to see which government or which party has plans to make NHS a better organization. And again, immigration is definitely one of the, because as an immigrant, I would like to see how government can make my life easy.
NHS and immigration.
Together, they both are very right. NHS, I think, is a very, very big deal because I've seen the way it works over here and they're not very efficient these days. But I want to just point out one thing that we've come to NHS. There are so many immigrants and Indians who are actually working at NHS. So what about that? You don't think about that kind of stuff. So but I do think healthcare, immigration, all of them have a really important role. But stability is the main thing. You address the issues, and I think that's the way who we would choose the next party. Will you address the issues or not?
Any joys on UKIP?
Well, I don't know what's going on over there, to be honest. Is Mr. Farah still there, doing something interesting?
He has 6 candidates from BME category, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did hear about that. I think in one of the debates for BBC, he did make some good points, but very quickly he turned them around and made it into a bad point because of his attitude and the way he acts when he's pressurized by the other candidates. You can see that he can't sustain it. He can't sustain his decisions. So that's not stability.
Yeah, I think as a leader, I would not support Mr.
I think if the economy grows, you don't have anyone to blame, and nobody will blame the immigrants over here in this case. So I hope the economy grows, we all do well, and then we are all happy.
Brilliant. Thank you on the very positive sunshine note of the economy, as Mr. Cameron has been saying. But if you want to go and find out about the issues and manifestos of various parties, there are lots of them, please go to the Election Commission website. And also, if you want to find out about candidates standing from different parties, which includes UKIP, Green, Plaid Cymru and all the others, please put in your postcode and you will get to know which are the candidates standing from which party in your constituency. And thank you very much to all of you.